Hey guys, Jen here from Comfort and Grace Home. I'm here today to do a little tutorial on one of my favorite projects that I've done at my house, transforming builder grade cabinets into a more modern, more natural wood look. We bought this house. It was a 1998 house. We bought it a few years ago, and in two of the bathrooms I've done this project, and I've loved how it turned out. I've told a lot of people about it, so I thought I would show you guys how to do it. So the first thing you want to do, now this was already completed, but I'm just showing you the inside of the cabinet just so I can show you this step by step. So this cabinet had a lighter wood finish to start with, but this technique will work for any cabinet finish. So I'm going to start step by step showing you what I did. The first thing you want to do with any cabinet is sand it down, because you want to get that top layer off, whether it's paint or if it's stain. A lot of times it'll have a thick coating or varnish protective coat on it, glossy particularly, that is not going to retain any of the stain if you try to stain it a different color. So you want to get that off first. So I use one of these detail sanders. It's a great investment if you don't have it. You do not want to do this project by hand. That would be a lot of sanding unless you have a very small project. But this is a great investment. They're not terribly expensive, and it's great to have. So you just want to sand a light coat to start. And just wipe down any dust from that. Of course, you want to do the whole cabinet at once if you can. I'm just going to do a small portion to show you so it doesn't take up too much time. But you start with sanding. You want to get that top layer off. If you really have a thick layer of paint or multiple layers of paint or stain, or it's not coming off very easily with the sander or for the detail edges, this is a great product to have. I did use this when I completed this project on the edges here that was hard to get the sander into. It's called Citrus Strip, and it comes in different forms. This is a spray form, but it comes in a brush-on form. It's just at any hardware store. It's great because it doesn't smell bad. It smells like citrus, and it works really well. You just spray it or apply it on, let it sit for a little while. I think it says after half an hour to an hour you can start. I think that's all I waited, and you can start just taking a plastic tool and kind of stripping it off. It will be a little bit messy, but it's not terribly bad. And you just strip off whatever layers you need to get off, and then you clean it with a mineral spirits in the end, and to get any stickiness off. And it works really well. So I've recommended that to a lot of people, and I've used it a lot of times. And so after that step, then you should be ready to sand. Once you've got the layer off that you want to get rid of, you can start staining. So the staining part, it really is a preference. What I recommend is just getting, when you do paint or stain, is just getting a bunch of samples and trying different ones out until you find the color that you like. A lot of times I end up mixing stains or trying different. Okay, so after you've sanded or used a citrus strip to get the layers off that you don't want on there anymore, then the next step is to stain it. With stain, there's not really one stain color that I recommend. Whenever Liz and I recommend anybody paints or stains anything, we always recommend getting a lot of samples, because paint and stain is going to look different depending on the lighting in your room, whatever room it's in, and also the wood. So particularly for this, because the wood underneath is going to be different colors, there's no one stain that's gonna that I could recommend that's going to give you the look that you're going for. So I would just get, a couple different stains. Early American is one that I use a lot, as you can see. And that's a great, more natural stain. Is kind of on the lighter side, and it gives a more natural look. So that's one that you could start with. But again, you want to test out different spots and to see which one you like the best. And then if you don't like them, you can sand it off and then go with the stain that you do like. Just put a light layer on to test it out. So I'm just going to put a light layer of Early American. And again, this is a lighter stain, so it's not going to be super noticeable when I put it on there. But it just kind of has the natural look without being overpowering. If you want a darker stain, Special Walnut is one that I like to use. But again, just get a couple different samples of the look you're going for and try them out. So you're gonna let the stain dry, and then I'm gonna show you one last tip that is one of my favorite products that I've discovered over the last couple years. So after that dries, I'll come back and show you that. Okay, the last step for this transformation is, like I said, it's one of my favorite products that I've discovered. It's called liming wax, and what it does is basically lightens the wood and gives it a more, like a bleached wood look, I would say. A lot of the furniture that you buy have that look to them, but this is a great way both on cabinets and on furniture. So if you have a little table or dresser or something that you just want to give a new look to, a lighter look, you can do the same steps on that and use this, or go over a stain. If it doesn't have a lot of top coat, you can go over an existing stain with this. So this is called liming wax, and all you do is take a rag and apply it over your stain. Just kind of rub it in. And then you just kind of want to wipe it down. You just want to put how much on there that, you know, gives you the desired look. You can make it lighter by putting more on, or, you know, more subtle by putting less on. And you just put that anywhere you want to give a more bleached look. So you can see on here, this is a completed project and dried, and it's just, you know, gives that bleached look. You can still see the wood grain, but it just has a lighter look, and I just happen to love that look. So this is a great product to have. I'll link all of this stuff up. I think this is called Brie Wax, Liming Wax. I think I found it on Amazon. It's lasts a long time, so a little goes a long way. But it's a great product to have around for, you know, just easy, cheap, inexpensive ways to transform cabinets or wood furniture and just kind of give it a new look. So that's all I have for today, but it's been fun, and we look forward to sharing more tips and tricks with you of how to transform your home on a low budget, and catch you next time. Thanks.